Today, Monday, 10th of August 2015. First, we look at the paper highlights today. Special court to hear causes of abuse against women, said Ranil. The United National Front of the Good Governance will set up the special court to hear cases harassment of the women, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said in a weekend meeting at Murabaka. He said this was being done to expedite the process of punishing culprits found guilty. The Prime Minister said a UNFGG, the government also enacted a women's rights bill which would pave the way for setting up for a national women's rights authority. We'll see another highlight from Daily Mirror. If I win, I'll probe the Tajuddin's murder, said Mahinda Rajapaksa. Kurunegala district UPFA candidate, ex-President Mahinda Rajapaksa said if his party was elected to the office at the general election, he would probe the killing of rugby player Wasim Tajuddin. Several allegations have been leveled against the Rajapaksa regime, saying that those with the link to it behind this murder. According to the report, 3 Presidential Secretary Division personnel are said to have had a hand in it. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. 1 killed in Grand Pass clash. A 65-year-old man is reported to have died during the clash between the police and the residents at Grand Pass last morning after a woman was arrested in the charges of possessing heroin. Police said the residents had obstructed them when they attempted to arrest a woman, and this led to tense situation in the area. Police spokesman Ruwan Gunasekara said investigations would be carried out based on a post-mortem examination report which would reveal the cause of death. He said the victim was a resident of Stace Road in Grand Pass and had died on admission to the Colombo National Hospital. Colombo North DIG to determine whether the man died as a result of the police action. Legal actions will be taken against any police personnel found guilty, he said. The situation has now returned to normal. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Tajuddin's body to be exhumed today. The body of former Havelock rugby captain Wasim Tajuddin is due to be exhumed this morning at the cemetery in the premises of the Kalubo Villa Mohiddin Juma Mosque. The burned body of the Tajuddin was found in the car on May 17, 2012 by the Narayanpeta police near the Shalika grounds. We'll see another highlight from Daily Mirror. Some would-be lawmakers break the law, Election Commissioner said. Election Commissioner Mahinda Deshapriya said that Parliament was responsible for the enactment of law for the benefit of the people, but the very people who were hoping to enter the Parliament were breaking law during this election period. During this election, police were enforcing the law properly, but some seem to be deplayed by this and criticized the officials, saying they were implementing law that were never in extent, he said. He made this observation during an awareness program held in an auditorium of the Chilau Divisional Secretariat and organized by the Sri Lanka Human Rights Commission to educate the OICs and the senior police officers of Northwestern Province about the duties of the police in order to ensure the free and fair election. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Postal voting on August 11th as well. People who were unable to cast their postal votes will be allowed to vote on Tuesday, August 11th, the election department said yesterday. Another news from Daily Mirror. Spinster hacked to death at Ratmalana. A 33-year-old spinster residing at Vedikanda in Ratmalana is reported to have been hacked to death outside a home on Saturday night. The victim, Lokugamage Ranmali, was living with her sisters. The police said they recorded statement from the woman, surviving sister and several others in the pointed out the preliminary investigation had revealed that some kind of ill feeling between her family and some others might have resulted in the killing. Now let's move another paper highlight. Former DIG, several PSD officers to be questioned. Retired senior DIG Aruna Senanayake and several officers who were previously attached to the Presidential Security Division and likely to be questioned in connection with the rugby player Wasim Tajuddin death. Senanayake, an officer who had close link to authorities of previous regime, was one who headed the investigation into Tajuddin death. Meanwhile, the CID had receiving information that discussion about Wasim Tajuddin had taken place at the PSD officers' mess before the incident, highly placed sources from the CID told the Daily News. Another highlight from Daily News. Mahinda Rajapaksa no longer a belief in stars. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa who called presidential election 2 years ahead of schedule on the advice of his astrologer says he does not depend on astrology anymore. When a journalist questioned whether Rajapaksa still believed in astrology, the former president replied, "No, I do not believe in it anymore." Rajapaksa, who is known to be a stronger believer in astrology, said he believes more in himself than astrology. The former president noted the above at the press briefing organized by the United People Freedom Alliance in Jack Hilton Hotel yesterday morning. Now we look at the Ceylon Today news highlight. CPK shuns UNP stage. Former President Chandrika Bandaranayake Kumaratunga said she will not get on the United National Party political platform as she was born into a Sri Lankan Freedom Party and will die as a SLF peer. We brought you the Today newspaper highlight and we will bring you more tomorrow.